Okay, so Black Clover chapter 332. Let's get into this review. It's been a minute since I've covered the Black Clover manga, but they've recently come back from their 3-month hiatus. So yeah, let's get right into it. Go ahead and leave a like on your way in. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so we start this chapter with Lucius visiting the underworld, and it seems as though he just defeated the other half of Lucifero, which is a pretty wild way to start things off because considering how strong half of Lucifero's manifestation was, to defeat him on his own is quite the feat. Now, I'm not sure if he had gotten a power up from eating the other half of his heart, but considering he chased his other half down so that he could obtain the other half of his heart, I would assume it would have some type of play in that. I do gotta say though, considering he beat half of Lucifero on his own, the fact that he's now devouring the other half of his heart is pretty terrifying thinking about what Lucius is about to become. Now, I don't know how the power up would work, but assuming that Lucifero's power would be added on top of Lucius, that alone would be insane. Nonetheless, we're brought back to the Clover Kingdom after a time skip, a much longer one than the last. This next panel here takes place a year and 3 months after the battle in the Spade Kingdom. I am interested to see just how strong Asta has become after this much time, or even the other magic knights as well. Considering after the first time skip, Asta has improved dramatically. Now that he has achieved Devil Union mode, I would assume that his new level of strength blows that out of the water. Before, he was just harnessing the power of the anti-magic within his sword, and that was just after 6 months. But in this case, he had a whole year and 3 months to train the power of Devil Union. That being said, we are jumping right into the Merit Award and ceremony. So it seems Asta, as well as some other magic knights, are getting some promotions. Asta has been bestowed the title of Senior Magic Knight First Class, which would mean he's only a few steps away from achieving his dream, which is becoming the Wizard King. Although he is still a little bit behind Yuno, as he was awarded the title of Grand Magic Knight. The ceremony continues on, and they're just hanging out and eating and stuff, and they're conversing about the Wizard King being gone. They then talk about how Fuegoleon, Captain Noelle, and Mereoleona were all nominees for the Wizard King, but that was put on hold due to the fact that they all declined. After this much time, the Spade Kingdom and the Heart Kingdom have almost recovered completely. Although things seem to be more peaceful, they don't want to let their guards down. It's then stated that there is demonic activity around the borders of the Clover Kingdom. They proceed to send Yuno along with the Golden Dawn and the rest of the Black Bull to investigate. Captain Yami thanks the other guests for attending the ceremony, and suddenly Charlotte just takes off running. So it seems after all this time, it's still awkward between them. Raven points out that she confessed everything right after the battle with Lucifero. But of course, Yami being as dense as he is, I doubt he was really paying attention. He goes to the bathroom and he's like contemplating everything because he's in shock of hearing that. We now get a monologue between Noelle and Mimosa, basically going on about how they both like Asta, and they're just all flustered like, oh my god, what are we gonna do about this? And then Nero stirs thing up by saying that Asta is about to confess, which shocks them because they're thinking he's gonna be talking about them. It's really funny because Nero is just all amused about all this happening. She's watching this all unfold from a distance, only for them to find out that he was confessing to Sister Lily. And right then and there, he just asked her to marry him. He had decided to do so because he had turned 18 years old. Although of course Sister Lily, for like the millionth time, declines his proposal. But this time around, she has like a valid reasoning for it. She had pointed out that he's like family to her, which makes sense. He pretty much raised him. It seems at this point that Asta has become content with the rejection. So he then voices that he vows to become the Wizard King. And Sister Lily, of course, supports him in that endeavor. But seemingly out of nowhere, everything is interrupted by Lucius, and he just seems to walk in undetected. He congratulates them on making it that far, but then he states that this is the end. So I'm guessing he plans to take them all out right then and there. Yeah, this new arc seems to be going from 0 to 100 real quick. I was assuming we get a few chapters to get a little briefing of what's been going on over the past year, but it seems like they're gonna get straight to it. Alright, well, they're definitely taking a different approach with the pacing in this arc. They're wasting no time getting straight into the action. These next few chapters definitely seem to be promising, so yeah, I'm all for it. Well, if you made it this far, I appreciate you sticking around. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd greatly appreciate that. And consider subscribing if you enjoy my content. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.